can have some paper craft and fun. Let me think. So sorry I wasn't here normal time at 10, but sometimes life events happen, and so hopefully you can catch me here live, or you can always watch the replay here on Facebook. Sometimes the videos get a little lost. You can click a tab that has all the videos listed, so you're not like scrolling through the news feed. Or yeah, I guess that's what I call it, the news feed. Is it really news? I don't know. Or you can always find it on YouTube. So J.O. Leah Crafts on YouTube. After I do these lives, then I do a thing, some technical stuff, and I move them over to YouTube. So J.O. Leah Crafts on YouTube, and you can find all the videos that I do for Facebook Lives. Some older ones too, which aren't lives. But yeah, so thank you guys for being here. I see a couple of you on. Hello, Lee. Good to see you. So let's see. I have some things that I want to talk about. The celebration has started, and I am going to be doing let me backtrack. Celebration has started. Does everyone know what celebration is? Celebration is a time in the Stampin' Up! World where when you place an order, you get free product. Stampin' Up's going to celebrate you and give you some choices of free product. So that is very, very awesome. And I did not bring my catalog over here. So let me get it. But this week I have been focusing on some very pretty paper. Oop, hopefully I'm not getting you guys sick. There we go. So I've been focusing and showing you guys different projects with the silver and gold 6x6 designer series paper. It comes in kind of dotted random polka dot pattern, and then some stripes. They're not straight, they're not super wiggly, but really cute. I'm gonna show you a couple ideas that we can do with this paper. So, but this is free with a qualifying order. So hopefully you guys are liking my ideas. Next week I'll switch over to a different free celebration item. So that will be fun. I am also starting on Sunday. I'm going to be doing Christmas in July. So from Sunday to Saturday, every day at 10, most days I will be posting, or I'll be here live doing a project. Some days will just be a card posted, but it'll be posted at 10. Like on Thursday, I have my in-person class, so I won't be on Facebook Live. I'll be crafting with super cool people, and we'll be having some fun. So like on Thursday, I will post a picture of a project. But so that's Sunday through Saturday, and then on Saturday, I'm going to be doing a online workshop where I'll be showing 3 projects. And then if you place an order I'll give you a couple days, but if you place an order using the host code that I'll give you on Saturday, then I will send you the card kits. So that's going to be online. So I have not done that before, but I'm going to start doing that monthly. So that should be fun. You can watch for free, and then if you place an order, then I send you the card kits. So that's all the calendar talk I have for right now. Let's look at this paper. So I have lots of chopped up paper. I've been using it. It's very well loved. But can you see all that? There's here's the silver stripes, the gold, the silver dots. So you get how many? You get 24 pieces of paper in here. So I can't wait to show you guys all the even more samples. Trust me, there's going to be more samples of this fun stuff. And with Celebration, I do want to mention that items are while supplies last. So typically in the last couple of years anyway, paper, the free item for Celebration, if it's paper, will sell out. And then you can't get it. So if any of the paper in the Celebration catalog is on your wish list, I would get it sooner than later. Okay, let's see. Do I have my stamp set? I do. Okay, so today we're going to be playing with the Splendid Day suite. So this suite is on page 64 of the holiday catalog. And I did a day, I'm going to say day, but really it was a couple hours, with some Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And we had an event called Creativity Now, where they really focused on this suite, and we made 4 cards. So I'm going to show you the 4 cards that we made. We're going to make one here today, and I'm changing it up just a little bit. But this is a super kind of soft, subtle, I say subtle, but I'm going to show you the Designer Series paper, and there's nothing subtle about the paper, but kind of calming stamp suite. The suite, I just feel like it's very calming. So check it out if you haven't looked at that. Let me show you the Designer Series paper. So I'm going to try not to get too much of a glare, because this paper is very shiny. Ooh, look, glare. All right, it's very shiny. Ooh, glare. Sorry, guys. I am getting blinds in the casita, so hopefully that will help a little bit with some glare. But so we've got copper foil. There is, I'm going to call this fresh freesia foil, some gold foil, mint macaron. That's kind of foil. It's not as shiny, but look at, can you guys see this right here? Look at that cute little ladybug. And then there's some silver foil. I just see anniversary cards with this right here. Silver anniversary cards. I don't know when the silver is. 25? Sounds good, huh? Okay, so there's the Designer Series paper. Let's flip it over, and you can see the back side. Can you guys see that? I didn't cut this. Normally when I show you guys, I cut it down, but I wanted to keep the foil as is. So it's very, very pretty. Now let me show you some of the cards that we made, and then I'll show you the card that we're going to be making today. Okay, so here's one of the cards. Let's see, I'm trying to get the best view. This right here is blends, like just swiping blends back and forth, kind of the darker and the lighter, so getting a little bit of an ombre, but that I thought was very, very cool idea. And then stamping the bees on it, and then of course I did the bees on the envelope, because there's no naked envelopes, at least for that guy. Here's another card we made at the event, and the event was online, so that was super cool. I actually didn't watch all of it at once. I went back to it and finished. So, oh, I should have showed you the other card first. So these right here are actually the negatives from this card. Can you see that? Lots of shiny. This guy has some embossing on it, different layers, dimensionals, bling. Very cute though. And then this one right here is, like I said, just the insides. The demonstrator, I thought it was cute. She called this a taco. not a half circle, but she called it a taco. And she actually made a card where she obviously flipped it. And we have a stamp set with like a cargo truck. So she made a taco truck card with this. I thought that was very cute. But there's that card. And this ribbon right here is part of the suite. It is soft sea foam. So it's pretty sheer. So it kind of takes on different colors a little bit. I mean, you can tell that it's greenish, but depending on what color it butts up against. So those are those cards. I'll take pictures and post those too. But I think this was my favorite card that we made. And it's got lots of dimension, and we're going to be pulling out the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, or the big boss that I like to call, is what I like to call it. But so there's some die cutting. We're going to be using some of the sticky sheets, the adhesive sheets. That's going to make it easy to glue these guys down. I think for these I actually used the Tombow glue, but we're going to use the adhesive sheets just to make it a little bit easier. And we're getting out our blending brushes and white craft ink, which if you spent any time with me, you know that white craft ink and I are, there's two things that I struggle, well, I'm sure there's more than two, but the Tombow glue and white craft ink, I always feel like a kindergartner when I do it, but I'm going to keep working at it and practicing, and that's hopefully going to make me better in my card making. Okay, so we are going to start. I did not bring a card base over here. I do not have a card base. All right, let me go get some card base. All right, so we're going to be using basic white as our card base. We're using the thick because if you're making, if you want to use white as your card base, the thick version is definitely better. Why? Because it's thicker. Makes sense, right? All right, so let me know how everybody's doing this Friday afternoon. So that's our card base. We're going to be taking our brick and mortar 3D embossing folder, and we're getting out the big boss. We're going to sandwich it. So we're going to put, this is Calypso Coral, and we're going to put this guy in here like so. Let's see. We're going to put the platform, oops, I normally move this cord, okay. We're going to use the platform, the embossing folder, and then we have the thick gray layer. It's layer number 4, and we're just going to roll this through like so. And when you roll the embossing folders through, you want to make sure that they're going in seam side first. That's what I've heard. Okay, so we're just going to put that to the side for a minute because we are definitely coming back to it. But before we do that, I want to get my Whisper White craft stamping pad. And we're going to get some scratch paper. And I'm going to ink this guy up. The white craft pad dries out pretty fast, especially here in Yuma. And so I wanted to have it get a nice fresh what do you call it? I wanted it to be nicely juicy is the word I'm looking for, maybe. Probably not, but we're gonna go with it. And I'm just gonna spread this out a little bit. Like that. And we're gonna get a blending brush out. Let's see, I'm trying not to make too big of a mess over here. We're gonna get my blending brush. And these blending brushes are so soft and smooth. This could be like therapy right here, just like this. But we're gonna put it on the ink pad. We're gonna go in circles. I don't want too much, I don't want too little. And we're gonna definitely start on the scrap paper and just kind of go in circles like this. I don't want to do it all over, but I do want it in a couple places. So we're just lightly, ever so lightly. It's just going to bring up a couple of the bricks that are on here and give it just a little bit more texture. Like so. Oops. Can't even. Now, the reason I start on the scrap paper first is sometimes if you start, you can kind of tell on my scrap paper, is that I get this big, like thick circle. So that's why you kind of just move it onto your paper. Now, if you want the big thick circle, then go for it. But I just wanted it kind of very, very light. And we're gonna let this guy dry. That's why we did that first. Put it to the side. Fold that up. All right, now let's go back to all our tiny little pieces that we are going to be cutting out. We're going to stamp a couple of things. This is my scrap paper of petal pink, so we'll just do that. Here is the stamp set. Splendid Thoughts. It says, sending hugs, much love in your new life together. Today is a day to remember and let's celebrate. And then we've got a couple of outlined greeneries with the stamps that can go inside. And these are great for people that don't like to color. If you don't like to color, not a problem. Stampin' Up! Has a great system. You can use these, and we're actually going to be using both of these without the shaded insides today. But Stampin' Up! Gives everybody options and what they like to do, and if you see something one way, doesn't mean it has to be that way. So, oh my goodness, guys, I forgot blocks. Okay, here are my blocks. All right, I had everything as ready as I thought it was gonna be. Obviously not yesterday, and so I put them in the basket, and then I didn't spend any time in here in the morning like I didn't think I was going to, but I thought I would be able to make the time, but I didn't. So thank you guys for watching it this later time. So we're going to ink these guys up with Memento ink. So that's black Memento ink. We're just going to take these guys and ink them up like so. We're going to just stamp like that. And we're going to use the, so this is soft sea foam, and then we're going to use petal pink for this guy, like so. And we're gonna cut these guys out using the dies. And I have a tip for you guys that I learned at Creativity Now. So if you have your dies and you keep them in the package that Stampin' Up! Sends them to you in, if you run this through your embossing or your die cutting machine, you know, like the Big Boss, or if you have a whatever version. But can you guys see the little imprint there? Oh, let me turn it. I'm not sure I can see what you guys can see. My computer's a little delayed, but I'm kind of waiting. Let's see. Anyway, there's an imprint. So it kind of just pushes in every single die and you get this little imprint. So that way you know what is missing. Like if you're just die cutting a bunch of stuff, and how many people just kind of like lose dies every once in a while? Raise your hand. I'm raising my hand. So I thought that was a cool tip. And then you can just look at it pretty quick and be like, oh, I'm missing the half circle or whatever. So, because it tells you how many dies you have, but it doesn't tell you like what they are. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're gonna take this guy off. We're gonna take, actually gonna take quite a few of them off. But let's take these guys off first. We're gonna run this through. And I'm gonna put it on like so. So you can do more than one at a time. We're just gonna outline these guys. Like so. So today I wanted to do a non-Christmas card because next week is just gonna be Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. So Christmas in July. And I know on the Facebook page I've been posting a couple of pictures of Christmas, but I wanted to do this Friday, kind of non-Christmas, at least for the making of the card today. All right, so we got that. Now, we're also going to take some of the outline ones and use white. And I've already put the I always call it self-adhesive. It's not, it's just sticky, the adhesive sheets. And so we're gonna put these guys on like that. So I put the sticky on the back, and then we're gonna die cut these guys. But I think we're just gonna do these two, because I'm gonna show you something. So when you're cutting stuff, you always wanna put it on the machine first, like so. And line it up the way you want it, and that way you can, if you do it on the table, it'll move around as you're moving stuff up. So we're gonna take these guys out. Like so. Oops, it's stuck. Okay. Another tip that I'm going to share with you guys that I just started doing this week is when I have the adhesive on the back of cardstock, I'm putting it all in the same little bucket. So when I go to look for like white cardstock next time and I want it to have adhesive on it, I know where it is. In the past, I was putting it with my white paper and it would get lost. So this way I have one little bucket that has just scraps of the leftover with the the adhesive sheets on it. So, you know, look there first. Oops, totally not done with this. Look there first and then go from there. All right, so we're also going to cut out the little half circle, and we're using this silver foil. It's just the scrap that I picked from the stack of paper. So we're going to roll that guy through, like so. And what else do we need? We need, you know what? We may not use those white pieces of paper because I put a bunch of adhesive on the back of the silver paper. The silver paper that you get free with a qualifying order. I wanted to show you. So you guys know on Fridays I do a Red Friday card. Let's see, do I have another scrap paper? And so I'm going to show you something I did for the Red Friday card. I'm going to color this paper. So I'm going to take the blends and we're just gonna, we'll just do this guy. So I'm just coloring it squiggly, and I want some variation in it. So we're gonna do light, dark, like so. Let's see. Oops, there we go. This guy I may want a little darker. And so this is kind of like that one card I showed you where it was blends and it was kind of ombre. That's kind of the same take on it. I just want it to be just different colors. I don't want it to be solid. And to get that, you just keep going over it. So like this is light seafoam. So let's do dark seafoam. Let's see. We have and you guys know that there's two different tips. There's this kind of marker tip, and then there's the brush tip. For this, I like to use the brush. There. Okay. So we're gonna cut these guys out to get these branches. Or leaves, I guess. Oops. Like, ooh, can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? I've never paid attention. I've never really waited that long, but I put the dye on here and it did an outline. Huh. Because it hadn't dried yet, is my guess. Because the blends are very, they're very wet. And so that's how you get the blending technique, right? You can go over it and it may look like the lines will disappear. All right, so we're gonna roll those guys through. And now I think we're done with the big box. All right, so we're gonna take these guys out and let's see. Oh, yeah, well, this guy has some polka dots. Can you guys see? Polka dots a little bit. So we're gonna poke these guys out, like so. So this way, your leaf has a little bit of color to it. And you can poke it out. There's little dots right there. That's what this is for, really. Just being impatient. There you go. Can you guys see that one? How cute, right? So your white paper can actually be any color you want it to be. let's see, we need to poke out some other ones. We have more outlines here. This we're just going to pull off. I'll show you. All right. So now we have this guy. Let's pull this guy. Now we're going to be doing some layering and some building of this card. Let's see. Throw all those little tidbits in a little trash can. All right. So let's go back to our card base. Oops. Who else creates a little mess when they craft? I'm definitely not a clean crafter. My workspace may be this big, and it's by the end of the card my workspace may be like this big that I'm working on. Let me know if you're the same way. All right, so we're going to give this guy a little bone folder crease. We are going to take the ribbon and wrap it around. Okay, like so. We're going to do a little bow over here, like this. Like so. You just kind of have to play with it a little bit. There. That's pretty good for the first try. And I'm going to cut it. I may trim it a little bit more. We'll just see. All right. So we're going to attach this. Actually, what I'm going to do first is get a glue dot. I'm going to take my pick a tool, take a glue dot, and stick it underneath the knot just so it doesn't slide. There we go. Ooh. Sometimes you're like, whoa, that bow's pretty good. All right, we're gonna flip this guy over. We're gonna use some Stamp and Seal, and we're gonna attach this guy to the front of the card, like so. There we go. We're going to also I forgot to stamp the sentiment. So the sentiment is going to be cut out with, so you're going to fussy cut the sentiment. And we're just going to do sending hugs, because everybody could use a hug, if you like hugs. We're going to ink that guy up, oops, in black. Make sure it's not the adhesive side. We're going to stamp this guy. There we go. And we're going to cut him out really fast. Like so. There's a couple of tricks that I've talked about prior about how to cut out sentiments. You can do a pencil around. This guy's so little. We're just gonna wing it. Okay, we're gonna put some dimensionals on this guy. And hopefully I have little dimensionals. Well, if you don't have the mini dimensionals, you can always just cut the big dimensionals. And this sentiment is going to go on our half circle. And it's going to go with the circle part, the flat edge is going to go down. So we're gonna put this guy right in the middle, like that. We're gonna put even more dimensionals on this guy. You're like, what? If you guys know, if you don't know, sometimes, I won't say I get a little, that's where I don't use that many dimensionals. I'm not saying I like flat cards, but okay. And how many would you guys put on this guy? This is a little overkill. Not sure why I did that. Okay. And I'm not going to remove the backs yet, but I am going to just kind of place him right there because that's where I kind of want him to go. So now we are going to build. So this guy has sticky on it, so we're going to peel it off very carefully. And you can, did you guys see that? Where this guy still has the middle on the inside, so I pulled it from here, and we're just going to hopefully, there we go, peel it like that. So we're just going to kind of start layering. I want these guys to be right here, but I want the white ones to be behind it. So I also want it on my card, right? So we're just gonna go like this. Where are my green ones? My green ones, oops. My nails. Are they working today or are they not working? Just gonna kind of keep going because this guy's gonna cover. I feel like on the layer cards, like I'll never make two cards exactly the same because they just kind of fall into place in different ways. I need more adhesive sheets. So let me know, have you guys used the adhesive sheets and do you love them, or do you just automatically go for the Tombow glue? This guy's gonna go right there. We'll put this guy in the corner over here. I know this is kind of a long video. Let me know if you guys are okay with the longer ones, or if you like to keep my videos 20 minutes. Usually that's about my video length, 20 minutes. I feel like this one's a little bit longer. There's lots of die cutting but yeah, definitely let me know if you like the longer ones, or every once in a while longer ones are okay. Okay, so for this guy I'm going to use glue dots, because you can just put those glue dots right on a couple leaves like so. We are almost done, guys. We're going to put this guy like so. And where's the rest? I'm going to do one more glue dot. There we go. All right. This guy's going to go, kind of want him to go more that way. There you go. And then, see, good thing I didn't put that guy down, because I think I may want it a little bit more in the center. Not completely in the center, but just a little bit more. Just create a big pile here. All right, guys. So here is our finished card. What do you think? Actually, I think I know who I'm going to send this card to. So lots of different elements on this card. Let's see, we did some embossing, die cutting, ribbon tying, some coloring, just, I don't even know what to call that, like squiggle coloring, because we're definitely not coloring inside the lines. That's probably the best, right? So hopefully you guys like this card. Like I said, let me know if every once in a while you guys are okay with a little bit longer videos. You can always find them here on Facebook or on YouTube. What else do I want to say? I think that's all. Don't forget, Christmas in July starts Sunday. I'll be here at 10 with a super cute card. I'm in love with it. And everybody have a great weekend, and I will talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.